it a try.
Free market station was open to all. Why am I being accosted?
Free market station is open to all, except spies. It's awful suspicious how you've been gallivanting about, asking everyone questions.
I am not a spy. The information I'm collecting here shall be of historical significance someday.
Hope that wayward science type didn't disturb you much, friend. We at the station normally do our best to dissuade partisans from making nuisances of themselves. Suppose I can't stop you. Just don't let her convince you to... All that aside.
Greetings. Are you perhaps interested in a... What am I saying? Of course you are. Please, do tell me anything you might know about the crash of the ACS free market. Do pardon my as an archivist, it's my duty to collect and record hitherto unrecorded knowledge wherever it can be found. But my earnest questions have been met with suspicion. That's great. Converse with the locals. Peer, I'd ask a Sub Rosa, likely. Take a look around.
No dobra, już mamy wskazówki, kurwa. Szukaj wskazówek, okej. Kurwa, nic się nie dzieje tu. No, jest jakiś typu.
Buy from me? Listen, I trust you'll appreciate my forthrightness. Be all the more willing to buy from me. I see. I've been having some problems with my machine since I arrived on this planetoid. But that's enough about myself. No. Chips decidedly ain't in my purview. You sure I can't interest you in some bric-a-brac? You'd need to purchase much more from my stock to be happy.
I'm beginning to reach the tail end of my patience. You will tell me the location of the broker.
Oh, come now, Prospero, you've been on that stage hundreds of... terribly sorry, you've got me ruminating. Once again, my resolve is uncharacteristically flagging. I find myself fixating on the most minute of issues. Liquid current, you see, I can't just drink. Now, if you'll excuse me.
What?
Stranger, see my fix? Hope you're about to offer to rid me of it.
You cannot dissuade an arbiter from their sovereign given duty, no matter how much of an irritant you may attempt to be. Hardly, but I have...
Keep dreaming, bootlicker. You can preach honor all you like, and
I came to meet with the information broker, none with...
even polite entreaties don't see most getting an invite to the broker. And you've been anything but. See, you may have thought...
Do I look like a sentinel to you? No, don't answer that.
No matter what this fella says, he's not going to convince me to trust him. He's a walking security risk.
An arbiter need prove them.
Interesting thought. Occurs to me there might just be within the Golden Ridge locale on Droga. There's a refugee
No
camp.
widzisz, dobrze to proszę.
It's unassuming. They see to the... Serves to reason something untoward may have transpired there. You see your way to looking into that.
I do not take your speaking of me as some kind of feral canid lightly.
Right.
I don't claim to be pleased with the circumstances surrounding this co-investigation, but perhaps we may surprise one another. When I was an apprentice, I shall need...
Ty kurwa co, nie istniejesz? Wykryto kurwa.
Another challenger approaches. Prepare to be sent weeping from my curio collect. None have defeated my collections, and none shall. But I do so delight in a competition. Are you prepared to do battle? Cards, my dear, of the tossball and pitchball variety. I must see if your collection bests my own. Sporting! Ha! What is this pitiful display? Are these your rarest cards? I cannot open my wares to any unless they're collect. Feel free to return once you've
Może jakieś karty kurwa zdobyć. Dobra. Szypa de magniki, magnifi... A, to nie ten... Robot pewnie.
Get caught unawares, all you like. My armor will keep you.
You need coveralls. We got coveralls.
Error. Road sail preparing. What may this unit rehide? Yes. Iceberg. Current customer is not Prosper Apollo. Unit cannot vend to current customer. Scanning error. Vending iceberg aged whiskey. Complete. Thank meals currently sold with both salt and...
O,
and pepper. Available today.
Anybody even listening to this? Hello once more. I guarantee you some of my inventions will be working soon. Oh, I prefer to focus on the present and the future, and not things that I don't think that'd be... My contraptions don't explode no more.
kurwa informacja, muszę zdobyć gdzieś.
Tired of firearms that explode in your face? Come to...
Doctor here. Get your stitches.
As it happens, standing in one place and... My friend. Excellent. Thank you. Very well. You wish to know about the crash, yes? Aye. Everyone knows that the pre-market's captain was a hopeless romantic. The final betrayal came from a dashing rogue smuggler who vat with nothing to live for. The aggrieved captains, the crew attempted to wrest the controls from her to save them from their... That's all I know. I thank you for your help once again.
Tyle?
Oh, I prefer to focus on the present. Great. Let's get back to not this subject. Anybody even listening to this?
Kurwa, nie działa.
Greetings. How was the data collection here? Finally, a breakthrough. Let's hear it. So their highest rank, aside from the crash, what occurred in the ship's final moments? And in last question, were there any contributing factors to the lacking this report is going to bear some glaring absences, which here's something for your time. It would have been more if I'd been able to complete. Auntie's choice seems to be inundated with its own problems, technical and personnel alike. We should have ample opportunity to use this for propaganda purposes. I am. If Free Market Station survives the war, this will be a very important... But if the order fails in Arcadia, none of that will matter. I'm just making the most of what you gave me. I'm glad we're of like minds. I'll be sure to notify my friends in the order that... Now I need to get...
Latest contraband came in. Looked like quite the haul. A couple dozen Auntie's Choice sales logs. Some notes from...
Kurwa nic nie ma tak naprawdę. No, pewnie coś wybuchnie, jak zawsze. W sumie Mariusz mnie wkurwiałeś. No, tym razem chociaż się silniki dodawały. Dobra. Dobra, opa. Tu w teorii gdzieś może być. Nie, czekaj, tu jestem. Gdzieś tam. No, to tylko jedna droga jest.
The following points of interest have been identified. Matriarch's Mercy, Alexander Monastery, the statue of the matriarch, and notice.
What the fuck? O, mam robaczki, kurwa. To już bym chciał wiedzieć. Gdzieś tam.
If one of them got hit, then that strike will be the first of many.
Chuj tam, do mojego setki nie strzeli, nie?
Attention passenger. You are running 41,027.5 hours late for your transit. Please be mindful of your departure in the future.
Ja się spóźniam.
The station must have really been something before the war made its home here. Things escalate. Like, never.
Nie wkrekuj mi tak, kurwa, w oczy. Kurwa, ciężkie trzeba wytworzyć.
Multiple signs of habitation observed. Helpful tip. Agents are advised against touching stains of questionable origin.
Nie po oczach, kurwa.
Matriarch's Mercy lies directly ahead. This unit is ready to proceed when you are, Commander.
No dobra, to idziemy tam na razie. Czuję zasadzkę.
Finally, my family and I had to leave from just past the. Please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but thank you.
Dobra.
Emergency protocols ready.
Ej. No gość. Się kurwa chowa. O. Kurwa, nie to. No nie denerwuj mnie nawet. Coś tu kupiłem, no boję.
Multiple signs of habitation observed. Helpful tip. Agents are advised against touching stains.
We got an appointment to keep at Matriarch's Mercy. Let's just hope we don't get shelled too.
No ale mówiłem, że to będzie pułapka. To tak oczywiste.
please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but you got thank.
Where to go?
Kurwa.
Got company, Commander.
Trzysta 50, kurwa. Oj.
Emergency protocol 7 is primed.
Oj. Oj. No nie, panie. Jeszcze ktoś? No, dobry pan liście. Tylko problem był taki, że spotkaliście mnie, no i chuj.
Another refugee? Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's mercy unprocessed will upset. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7... I seem to recollect one matching your description set for arrival. Pardon my slowing. Welcome to rule number 1. No crowding. Rule number 2. Avoid the exclusion zone. I thought the name... Our seer predicted that a corner of the encampment is in terrible danger. Danger from what? Stay away from it, and, in all probability, you won't have to find out. Not at present, but according to our predictions, the creation of a third rule is likely, if not inevitable. Our predictions, only a fool ignores probability, and we don't suffer fools. You need...
I remember this place before the war. Functioning.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Wish. Invaders, order defecting. There's no getting this rat back into the camp.
I swear, it's nigh on impossible to...
And then we solve for... apologies. Just catching up on a research assignment between queries. Yes? Did you need something? Typically, no. The abbot felt a scientician operating in a... to show how the crabble patties are made, as it were. That is, if the meat preparation involved a 90-step rate formula and a conflux of polynomial equations. I'm also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. Though perhaps due to my central location, 89.74% of the time, I am simply asked for directions. Given our present according to life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. Yes, indeed. Numbers are we have, but if my data would then...
Oh, try not to get burst at any moment. Every fluid from every orifice. So keep your distance. Oh, I got my lap. Figured I might as well get used to be. I think sickness. You too. How long are we meant to stay here?
Must be older. I'm not in the prediction business.
Broke my nose. I banged him up real good for you, didn't I? I won you one, right? Matters settled.
The boy you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2-3 scraps ago. You've been mostly... You ought to...
Doesn't like to look at us when we're all banged up.
Anyhow, head down the hill along the fence.
Okej.
Word to wise, don't accept anything here that's given for free. You'll pay, one way or another.
You got business? No? You the fixer lent your aid to Agent Galloway? Don't suppose you got that crawling hide biscuit she promised to sneak me, huh?
No to żeś się nagadał, kurwa.
Hello, hello. You're the one that aided us in Agent Galloway is slightly less trust. Consequently, I'm pleased to present you purchase access to my fine wares. It's fortunate you're no stranger to contraband. Savvier than you might be that I've got an agent over by the Guardian estate. If you perhaps find yourself over that way, and perhaps make sure that the aforementioned agent hasn't been torn limb from limb. So feast thy...
Dopełniał rybę. Co to jest? Dziwne.
Greetings. Or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate. Oh, really? Like they strung a few here in Matriarch's Mercy, if you're not a member, sort of thing tends to cause friction between neighbors. Would lead to fights, but nobody here wants trouble with the Order. So, it's the Order, except if you're former Auntie's choice, it smacks kind of like work for free. If you're former Protectorate and it don't involve Automax, it's all terrifying. We say, whoever wins the fight wins the argument. But frankly, it's never anything of consequence, like, okay, now, how can I help you, exactly? A tour.
Super.
Your nose was just a stand-in for walking stuff. Don't feel like a stand-in.
Dobra, to tam zbadałem, czyli smalek w sumie.
Apologies, outsider. As a vicar, I am usually lately you are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but, well, if it's in the displaced's best interests, I imagine I can find a moment. Yes, I reckon I do have my ear to the... I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously expatiate on our sex origins in the most rigorously pedantic detail. Oh dear, I got ahead of myself. As I'm sure you've read, I am single-handedly making a difference here. With constructive pointers on efficient scheduling, lessons on order history, perhaps some...
What?
My soup is nutritionally calculated
to
to
wejść.
contain all bodily functions.
O, mamy jakieś listy kończe. Oni prowadzą stadię obok krwią.
Watch yourself if you intend to nose around that collapsed ramshackle. Yes, happen. Don't have proper building material. Oh, maybe if we interspersed our requests with numbers. They're doing...
A tu kurwa.
You're not going to be a problematic variable, are you?
Am I? Zrobione było. Dobra, duży budynek. Chyba jednak nie ta nazwa kolesi. Nie. O, tam coś jeszcze jest.
We're not going anywhere. Not on the basis.
Except for the fact that you ain't yelling and trying. You do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. May Hofstetler, formerly Auntie's Choice, Department of Invasive Marketing. Now, that's what those in the Order call me leastways. An unofficial on account I object. Louder. More often than the rest. Those of us ended up here have very little except needs. I turn those into demands for reasons of clarity and import. Some are former Auntie's Choice like me. Some were abandoned by the Protectorate. Happy as I am to make your acquaintance. The exclusion zone. The Order has screw their predictions. We have people displaced by war and disaster, in sore need of space. There's plenty of room to house them. People are I couldn't get anywhere with Administrator Daggerwall, but you, maybe you'll have better luck. Even the Order, for Street, you can find...
What?
Oh. Hello. You, Grant, suppose that means you're not a threat. That's good. Yeah, I reckon that's good. First
time I got a POP, it was on just after lunch. Wind picked up on the cliff above and dropped up. Sure, think my co-occupant Ike had a POP done. I told him avoid liquids. I mean, if you want an exact estimate, a few times. End of the day, I'm still here, and my co-occupant Ike, I don't.
Byś się kurwa nagadał. O, skrzynka. PC zobaczmy.
What is it? Don't tell me. You're here on behalf of the voice of the displaced, aren't you? Oh, this is about the exclusion zone. Or that it only that simple, but she ignored. You see, but the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway, laughing in the face of certain peril. Indeed, and I'm hoping the seer has augured death for anyone who enters the exclusion zone. Furthermore, and I quote, an outside mediator having earned the confidence of both sides, and now the voice has involved you. How auspicious. I believe the displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept off limits. We can't both be right. With your seasoned perspective, perhaps the voice of the displaced. Any questions before you get started?
Ładny kompromis.
I can tell you she's a rabble-rouser of the highest order. You can find her out, but you already knew that. These are the data points we need. Many people...
Okay.
1,068.5 planets, but my attention is presently 99.81% occupied, coordinating provisions and supplies for, well, if the overwhelming, you may not have noticed, but the refugees do not want for food or medicine. The order of, if I can help others in need today, with the great disruption that appreciate. Yes, you may prove.
O, masz miecz.
By the law, it's you.
Yep, motherfucker, it's me.
Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I seriously agreed you to come. I am in desperate need of your help. True, but the Order's predictions know you better than you know yourself. Recently, I had a rare opportunity to ask the Seer for guidance. He told me I feared the prediction was a fluke, but here you are, a dashing outsider standing before me. Forgive me. Where to begin? There are so many sick and wounded. I am but a humble general practitioner. What I really need are specialists, and the Seer predicted an outsider would find them.
Might have time to patch up one or two patients before we head out. I used to be a combat medic.
You also strike me as someone on the go. I need... The Seer gave me a data pad. Now, take the data pad, with my thanks. As a doc, we don't... Yes, I can treat sickness since you... Just don't shake the man's hand.
Ja mam kurwa przeszukuję.
The universe does not... Ah, I pleasantly anticipated. I suppose that... Well then, I read that you'd have questions about our predictive methods, correct? Matriarch's mercy is why I, for instance, have availed my predictive methods to our refugee neighbors in the area. I share the engagement is admittedly rather low, but at least one of our... If my own humble assertions are not enough, none of the Department of Predictive Analysis provide weekly prognostics reports and personalized order predict. Of course, predictions have grown more difficult with the loss of the archive, but I am not to speak of that with an outsider. No offense, unforeseen factors, random. But as we close in on solving the universal equation, I foresee.
Ja pierdolę.
you must be the... Allow me to welcome you to Golden Ridge. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability? Yeah, that said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar. Is he in some...
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. And that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order is not normally met by Victor's current... Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe. Besides the highly caustic Serenium River and the magic source, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay. Victor is... As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation.
No doubt. Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our choosing levity at a moment like this is only further evidence?
I don't dispute that. Moreover, one more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence. But if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, most assuredly no. I knew... Here, Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own...
Speak to Abbot Noble if you have more queries.
Consistency in your work is wonderful. Consistency in playlists is not. Now for a new song.
Probability and the grand plan. There can be no discussion of the grand plan without also entertaining deep contemplation of possibility. Our ability to predict events to varying degrees of certainty is fundamentally rooted in statistical mathematics. Statistics, Maxwell, is not but data. Data that's gathered, collated, and subjected to analysis.
Exonerating his own than with making things right.
Oh, Administrator Agarwal.
Yes, well,
They say you asked around. Listen, folks. That's a good start.
Speaking as a representative of the Order, we will abide by the...
Agreed.
Mediator, I leave the fate of the exclusion zone in your capable hands. Speak on them.
Did he also happen to mention they were needlessly...
Quite right. Rolo's...
I don't know. You ask me? You mean that missionary type who's always talking at everybody instead of to them?
Her mission is to...
She's in dock...
Point taken.
You actually got the Provisioner to give you the...
Ah, yes. I sometimes forget Provisioner Plotnik is also assigned to minding the displaced's needs. Her role is largely proactive, while mine is reactive.
I'm appreciative of you all...
I suppose I'll take it under advisement.
I'm all ears, Mediator.
The what now?
When grievances between the displaced approach fisticuffs, we hire Sevrosa hooligans to do things out for us.
That is unquantifiably absurd. And I don't see how moving into the exclusion zone will help. The fault here is my own. I see now that the displaced require guidance steeped in logic and reason. I understand he is...
Yeah. Anyhow, what was the good doctor's diagnosis? At Auntie's choice.
That is indeed unfortunate, but the dangers predicted for the exclusion zone collapsed. But we built Matriarch's Mercy to optimize...
I'm guessing you're saying this wasn't an official structure. More of a hastily assembled, precariously built shanty. People are struck...
I'm aghast these struck... By my calculations, you've explored this topic from ever... I suspect that your sympathies lie with the displaced. Unfortunate if true, but I leave the decision in your capable hands. Well, if this is the fate that was augured, then I will not complain, though it goes against my very nature. Please, be safe.
Not to worry, Administrant. Here. You stay out of trouble. We'll try and do the same.
Ciekawe, czy ich kurwa rozstrzeli.
Commander, you got a minute to talk? I got some thoughts on this situation with the refugees. The number of folks seeking refuge from the war is... Antes may not be faring much better here, but we could at least find enough work for these folk to buy some food. You sure? He seems more concerned with the order. It's a tough situation, that's all I'm saying. But if the order can't even manage tens of folk at their doorstep, they ain't gonna manage much better should they win the war. But nothing's ever really free. Yes, I went through this myself, and all they wanted in return was the signing of an employment contract. Now, I ain't seeing any contracts in Matriarch's mercy. So what is the Order actually gaining by doing this? They'd have to be evil. Anyhow, appreciate you hearing me out.
Kurwa.
Matriarch's mercy is more safer than the trenches.
Right side. Welcome. Have you
Reminds me of Tau Ceti right after the merger. Had to wait for my number to be called just to get rations and a cop. Hope these folk don't have to wait as long.
Contrivance malfunction, laboratory mishap, and/or miscellaneous unspeakable dangers.
Please call again at a more convenient time.
Hello? Someone there? Yes? Is the message not playing or was it garbled in some way? Are you somehow struggling with the radio manufacturing 7 presently as for an indeterminate time is in lockdown? That means no external transmissions, no visitors. Wait, you have a writ from the abbot? We don't have any means of... yes, they said they have a... yes. This is Factor later. Am I to understand you have orders from the abbot? Quite good.
Broadcasting cognitive resonance across our kingdom. This is Grand Plan Virus. Accomplished colleagues, please clear the next 1.7 minutes. Calendar for a
Yes, right over here. You're not getting down below until you talk to me. So, the abbot deigned to send someone to us. Is that an Auntie's Choice enhanced soldier with you? Oh, I see what this is. Stay back. We have no desire to escalate things further. Don't do something you'll regret.
We want answers, not a funk. And if indeed there's any retribution to be had, it won't be by my hand. Tell him, Commander.
Surely. Sometimes I'll send word, Your Honor. I expect your behavior will remain impeccable. As soon as I've seen to securing the facility. The recent attack may have originated from this facility. But I assure you, one of our transport pods filled with Zeranium was diverted toward, or more specifically at, their location. We have a working hypothesis about who is responsible, and we have managed to corner the apparent perpetrator down below. Which would be a good thing if your supposition, our suspect, one Initiate Alpha, previously, though steadfastly maintaining her innocence, she has also barricaded herself in the operations control room below. A move not likely to allay anyone's suspicions. Both of them, I had...
Evidently originated here. Transport pod full of Zeranium. Blue outpost opportunity cannot have changes in strangers.
Tyle nic, nie ma kurwa.
The proctor is a low-functioning functionary at that. May all your... Hello, layperson. What are you doing up here? How did you get back to Forgive me. All this business with the lockdown puts one on edge. Everything appeared... It wasn't until we heard the explosion that anyone... I ran a systems audit on the launch sequence afterwards. Just finished constructing a report on my findings, actually, if you'd like to hear it. Anomalous event caused by unknown factors. Transport pod M7, containing a full hold of latitude and longitude coordinates corresponded to the Anti's Choice facility known as Outpost Opportunity. Altitude, however, matched 1,000 meters below sea level. Terminal input functions down below. Regrettably, that...
Co się nagrywać, no? Jakiś automat. Nie może być poślizgu, kurwa. O kurwa, windy. Aha.
Initiate Alpha, stand down. Relinquish control of this facility immediately. Oh, my dear Proctor, you can't believe a low-level drudge like me is responsible for any of this. You'd have us all believe you seized control to demonstrate your innocence. Wait, is this being broadcast? I have no idea how this audio doodad works. You're the one in charge here, Proctor Svoboda. Are you sure you didn't do something? I demand your unconditional surrender at...
A pierdolę, musimy pogadać.
Emergency detoxification initiated. System 7 once her mate took over.
Not going to speak with random factors.
Ah, yes, of course. Next on my list of lowest probability events, strangers sent by the abbot. If we'd been able to communicate beyond our walls, might have saved you a trip. As I can successfully report, we have identified the responsible party. Oh, no, I wouldn't frame it quite like that, of course. It's less what happened than who. Her role was to launch transport pods of volatile uranium to collection points in space. Not at the outpost. A spy or turncoat, no doubt. A sleeper agent from one of those secret enemy programs you're always hearing about. Within a beat of us hearing of the attack, Alpha seized command of the system. She then forcefully repelled several attempts to extricate her. Why she could destroy this entire place at any moment from in there. Whatever for. We've already, I suppose, some limited... I'll be in my office.
Sorry. Aha. Co za kurwa muzyka co leci? Tak.
You know, you strike me as someone with a very small body of published work.
Ja z tą muzyką nie wytrzymam, kurwa.
Would you describe the Varachne glycery at... Sorry. You okay? Seem off by a few.
Please don't take me on a conversation. Don't bother conversating unless you're
Of course, she's hiding something. You think those two exemplars jacked her head on wrong? They're hardly prone to
Yeah,
involuntary
you can go.
self-injury. Try not to deviate.
Please keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
Always account for standard deviation.
A, jakieś wrogowie są gdzieś tutaj. Dobra.
Keep your digits where I can see them.
Kurwa, wszystko jest pozamykane. Bo jednak muszę iść centralnie. Co? A się kurwa teleportuje.
And for you, dear. Magic for hire. Oh, no, I can see it now. Earth Directorate, yes? And who was that you brought with you? Ah, an Auntie's Choice grafted soldier. And someone else. Oh, my. That Earth... All this for me. Fear I hardly deserve such attention. This entire business is just a terrible misunderstanding. I expect few between... For the longest time, I didn't realize your organization actually existed. But here you are. Well-timed and no doubt. Oh, you sounded just like Buddy striving his best to resemble Commander Zane. The similarity was uncanny. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Our transport pod leveled outpost opportunity. I immediately realized someone must have bypassed my terminal. I did a lockdown to block further tampering. Had I not, additional attacks may have... Now, despite a long record of dedicated service, who's being blamed for this calamity? Me, somehow. Dear me, I wish I did, but... Actually, why yes, I could unseal access to the records repository for you. And I'd be right grateful if you'd have a look. I swear I'm completely innocent of this heinous act they're accusing me of. If you need to hear me say it, sure, appreciate your favorite man, big love, and long on.
All your endeavors add to the equation.
Kurwa z tym rulaniem. Gdzie kurwa pozamykać? Jak zapach jest dziwny kurwa. To dziwne kurwa.
Patrol's back, I hear.
Our Earth Directory friend.
Well, hello.
Hello. I've been conversing with Factory Tanya here while you were away.
Yes, they witnessed me rather discomposed, I fear. Visions of Auntie's Choice reprisal clouded my thoughts at the time. Troops now guard the entrance above. Our safety address, do not let my position fool you. All within the Order are scienticians, and hence we seek the truth of any hypothesis based on evidence. The Proctor's accusation is no different. A recent security audit brought up several curious messages meant for an unknown party. We were unable to track down the whereabouts of this mystery. Nothing conclusive.
You examined the launch records, yes? Did you find anything, dear? I'd say they've obviously been altered, dear. Fancy that odor you detected. Ah, but listen to me. What do I know about this sort of thing? I know I watched, but still, even the most junior scientist knows the best explanation is one requiring the fewest assumptions. Ergo, I set the correct coordinates. Someone overrode them. Someone, a Zeranium leak occurred moments after the overriding of the coordinates also deserves a look. Don't you think?
I can speak to the coordinate override, I believe. All commands are routed through the hub in central processing. If one meant to...
I expect the Zeranium leak stemmed from alterations to the control boards and refinement logistics. I'd look for any signs of tampering that may point to the culprit.
I'll stick...
If circumstances proceed toward intended results.
Jak ja tam kurwa wejść?
Had plenty of managers like Swoboda back on Tau Ceti. Take responsibility for now.
Jak się to radio wyłącza?
Craft still recharging.
Yes, suppose you'll do. I've been hoping an empiricist or what else might I entreat you to act in such a capacity? We developed a pharmaceutical primer that, technically it poisons you a little, but tremendous. May deliberate endeavors beget expected results.
Ja pierdolę znowu ten syf. No coś kurwa jeszcze. Ciekawe, że tam zobaczę. A jeśli to potrzebne, czy nie? Nie. A kurwa tyle? No jaki fisk. Czekaj. Okej. Ty coś jeszcze. Aha. O.
You're back. I see my choice in you was... Zeradium overflow venting has returned to a non-haywire state, and my internal levels of disquietude have lessened along with it. With the leak abated, I am fully prepared to be peppered with queries. You mean just after the attack occurred? I was in a state of anxiety at the time, and, well, I'm sure you're aware higher levels of cortisol can impede the encoding of memory. Now that you mention it, yes. I recall I was worried about... I must admit, I haven't given the attack a single thought since. I do hope everyone's okay. Not much. Keeps to herself mostly, or that is entirely. Like all of us, she resided in the Vec. This card will allow you into our humble little research lab. It's right past operate. The pharmaceutical primer I mentioned is inside on display. With the leak abated, I am...
Dobra, czy my sprawdzać mamy? No kurwa, nie wiem czy biegać środkiem? Trochę dziwnie, co nie ma. Teraz sobie tego próbuję, kurwa, w rady się dnia. Aha, no dobra, dziękuję. O, od razu lepiej kupa. Chyba to nie rozwiązało problemu z muzyką.
Doctor's been in there a while now. Circumstances proceed toward intended results.
O, to było chyba to. A, to drzwi.
You'd think if she were responsible for the attack, she'd have happily thrown it in my face.
Respecting one's elders is considered good manners in most colonies. Exceptions may be made for violent offenders.
Kurwa, nie budzi.
Protocols unready.
Kurwa, nie boi, że...
This unit patiently awaits repair. Resuming hostilities.
No już tylko przeładuję sobie tak. No jeszcze jakiś jeden gdzieś jest. Już kurwa nie strzelać jak się schylam. Dobra. Cicho. Myślałem, że kurwa skałki. Nope. Dobra, teraz się mogę posłuchać, nie?
Finally, a favorable happenstance. After I became stuck in here, those organisms, the door jammed. Not sure how. Worked perfectly acceptably earlier. Lockdown and my clumsy fumbling triggered a precautionary security setting. Depends on your level of moxie and you could try JIT. Otherwise, the safety reset is in a wall panel around the corner. Though that seems a bit, of course.
Tyle? Tyle budynków, kurwa, i tak mało rzeczy?
Thank you kindly. I am decidedly in your debt. Anything you need? Anything I, a lowly archivist, can provide? Of course. I am now able to breathe easy and respond freely. Strange question, but yes, all commands pass through the hub here. Through that wiring underneath that open floor panel in the back of the room, actually. Well, in my professional opinion, looks like someone rerouted some commands based on the sloppy state it was. I was in my cot doing, the door was creaky to works and operations, right? Always on about her store. Well, that's careful on your way out. Try not to be liquefied and subsequently devoured.
Kurwa, czegoś myślę, że coś tu będzie, jakiś komputer, cokolwiek. No to nic. No, coś jeszcze musi być.
May all your endeavors
to elicit expected results.
Kurwa, tu więcej jest. No ten skill. No chuj, zabili. Idź kurwa drogi. Od razu maniam. Wejdź, kurwa, z reklamą. No, to nie są to same.
Hello, dear. Why, we were just...
Or specifically, potential implications for a multitude of...
You know how the order is. Always calculating something. But please, tell us what you discovered.
That you found evidence that the coordinates were rerouted is definitely something. Would be an odd step for Alva here to take, except perhaps to throw blame elsewhere.
I admit I had the knowledge to cause the leak, but not the authorization. Svoboda has clearance, but not the know-how. I wholeheartedly agree. But her income, I'm sufficiently certain our foster is conspiring with an outside party. So I'm coming out now.
Wait a minute. You're going to what? Our investigation, it's unfinished. And you're...
Oh, I see you two thought you were proving my innocence. No, you were helping identify my target. I'd advise you dears to help or stay out of my way. Proctor Svoboda needs to pay for her actions.
Yes, I concur. You are far more capable...
I am a dedicated agent of the Order, but no, dear. My name's not Miriam Alva. I am Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
That group was just a story to scare novice scienticians. Next, you're going to be telling me you're... Wait. It is you, isn't it? The one they called the endpoint.
Searching service record. No additional names found. Obscenities were excluded from the search.
I must admit, the rumors about your department, they said anyone who might delay the equation being solved if there are any hints of truth to that.
This is hardly the time for a history lesson or debate, I'm afraid.
That you are who you are, understanding right, and have been... I suspect your methods are not my own, nor the Order's, as I know it. And I fear your intentions for Proctor Svoboda.
It's sweet that you think you can stop me, but I'll elucidate this for you. At this point, that ridiculous little functionary upended my existence. For 20 years, I was Alpha. It wasn't a good life I had here, but it was quiet. It was mine. It wasn't her.
This would mean standing against a member of the Order. A mid-ranking one, at that. I cannot be party to this.
A wise calculation. Good thing you showed up when you did. You saved me from having to kill everyone here. Svoboda has much to answer for.
What's this? What are you doing here? Come to surrender, I take it?
After decades keeping this identity, your inexpert blundering has rendered it obsolete. I am Marisol Delgado, former head. This would be an ideal time to confess everything. Before you die.
You can't possibly be party to all this.
Our investigator has definitively determined my innocence following a thorough investigation.
I don't know what you found, but any so-called evidence was likely laid there for someone to discover. This is all nothing more than a flagrant example of artifice and bunco. An elaborate song and dance.
Enough, traitor. You made your play. No more deception. No more lies. Time to pay what is due.
No, wait,
Thus concludes a thoroughly distasteful business. What a nice and thought. Best search her office. Someone clearly will.
Updating threat assessment of Marisol Delgado to. Hi.
Proctor left her terminal on. Maybe it holds some sign of who she was working for.
Tyle, kurwa?
The terminal unsealed the effluvium repository. That's traditionally off limits. Ideal spot to hide something. We should take a look.
Ja, sai.
Used to be brimming with runoff chemical sludge. It's been renovated, I see. Another terminal. Go ahead. You should have the honors.
Może być ciekawe. Tyle.
Proctor's efforts appear part of a larger scheme. Of course. I should have assumed you had a greater purpose here. I have some unfinished business I need to get back to. I propose a strategic partnership. You help me, I help you. What do you say? Good, good. It's a little crowded here, though, isn't it?
Supposing that means no joyrides and no scratching the paint?
Excellent. Well then.
Nie ty, ty. Ale masz kurwa pistolet. O. chuj mi w energię. Git.
I realize you didn't receive the most welcome of receptions here. Well, I recognize you've done right by us here.
Co było finalne, kurwa? Dobra, pora iść, widzą.